What's up, Warrior Babes? Hey, everybody, Nikki here, and welcome to our Sunday Warrior Babe Revolution Rally Call. I am excited to be here with you guys as I have a fire topic to bring to you all this week. It's something that I was listening to earlier in the week while I was doing a workout, and I was like, bam, this person just smashed what I try and verbalize to you guys on a weekly basis. So I wanted to bring to the table what this person shared in a podcast that I was listening to you guys, mindset realm, but it's really going to be a powerful one, you guys. So tune in, listen up. I'm excited to be here and bring this topic to you guys today. Before we dive in, go let the Facebook group know that this call is live. It's going to be a fire topic. It's going to help you. First of all, it's a new month. So, this is just going to bring overall new vibe for you guys to just re-hone in, focus on your goals. Like I finished my Blueprint Q&A a couple minutes ago, saying that now is the time for you guys to stay focused because 2021 is right around the corner. You don't want to be that New Year's resolutioner who's, getting set January 1. Like, you want to start now. Okay, so if you're off the bandwagon, it's a new month. Now you have the choice to start and to get right on the bandwagon right now or just to stay focused. All right, and this topic is really, really going to help with that tonight. So go in the Facebook group, let them know that this call is live right now and to tune in. All right, just comment and say Rally Call is live. All right, so before we dive in, I want to give a huge welcome to the babes who have joined us in this past week across all communities. It's so freaking amazing to me to see how much our community is growing, and it's really starting to pick up by word of mouth. Where you babes are sharing what you're doing and, how much you're loving it and the progress that you're seeing. And really what I'm seeing, though, is it comes down to the people that are sharing that, the people that actually put in the work. I'm really starting to pick up, especially being able to communicate a lot more to those individuals in the Blueprint program. I'm being able to pick up on people who are really serious about their journey and the people who don't even open up the modules and listen to them. Okay, so the ones that typically are the ones sharing the Warrior Babe journey are the ones who are putting in the work, who are taking it module by module, who are learning, who are implementing, and who are showing up for themselves. And then I got the other people where I am giving some serious tough love on my Blueprint Q&A calls. But that's beside the point. Right now, I really want to welcome all the new babes to the revolution. I am so excited that you guys are here and a part of this community. Our communities across all platforms are just so inspiring, so motivating, so uplifting, so supportive. And we're all in it together, which is, I did a couple interviews. I'm kind of sidetracked right here, but I did a couple interviews with some veteran babes on Friday, and one thing that when I asked what was the most value that you guys take away from the Warrior Babe Blueprint or the Warrior Babe programs in general, it's community. And all of them said community. It's just so freaking amazing to see how our community is and how strong our community is. And, there's women who are sharing, my best friend, I've never met them before, but I communicate them every single day. So, our community is hands down so freaking inspiring, so supportive. I love it. So welcome to all the new babes who are now a part of that and a part of thousands of women who are getting toned and becoming a stronger, more confident version of themselves. So let's just dive into today's topic right now. Like I shared with you guys at the beginning, it was something that I heard earlier this week while I was working out. It was a podcast, and this person just nailed it on what I always try and verbalize to you guys, and he nailed it in a way, I'm always about bringing possibly the same things to you guys, but maybe in a different verbiage or in a different context, because it will hit home to you maybe differently than last time I talked about it, constant spaced repetition. You hear me say it over and over and over again, but sometimes you'll hear me say it a little bit differently, or, wherever you are at this point of your journey, it just resonates a little bit more. So I'm really excited to bring this topic to you guys tonight. Talked about it before. I'm going to talk about it a little bit differently. It's the power of habits and how to control your habits and everything that you do, the good and the bad. So what this person said that just really, really hit home, and I know it's going to hit home for you guys, is you are all habit loops. Every single one of us is a habit loop. We are conscious of only about 5% of our cognitive activity. So most of our decisions, actions, emotions, and behaviors, they depend on the 95% of the brain activity that goes beyond our conscious awareness, and it's typically our subconscious. So the behavior that you have on a daily basis, which is mostly unconscious or from the subconscious level through regular repetition, becomes automatic or habitual. Every single one of you are automatic and habitual creatures. How many of you guys do not like change, right? Because it's human instinct to not like change, and you guys just create habits. And these habits, this way this person explained it, they are so engraved, so grooved in to your everyday experience. So first of all, how are they formed? You know, they're formed in a specific loop, and usually a 3-step loop. They're formed by a cue, by a routine, and by a reward. So cue is just a trigger telling your brain to go into this automatic mode. I mean, how many of you guys wake up, you hear your alarm clock, and you look at your phone? That alarm clock is cue. Routine, physical, mental, or emotional, is the second step. Physical is by checking your phone. And then reward helps your brain figure out this particular loop or routine is worth remembering for the future. So the reward is like you get dopamine spikes by looking at your phone, which is something I don't recommend that you do when you first start your day, because it could either hit dopamine spikes, or it could hit like, oh, fuck, what am I getting myself involved with? Or you're just so lost in your emails and text messages that you start being reactive to the world and not proactive. So these cues, routines, and rewards, that's a 3-step loop. And over time, this loop, the cue, routine, reward, cue, routine, reward, becomes more and more and more and more automatic, right? So the most familiar one with us, with you, cue, you're bored, you're uncomfortable. Routine, you eat. Reward, you're satisfied. And the cue, that cue can almost be anything, right? From a visual trigger, like such as like a candy bar, like that you see on TV, like a TV commercial. You're sitting down watching television, or you're watching a movie on Netflix, and you see them eating popcorn, or just by, you know, I sit in front of a TV, and your normal thing as a kid and growing up and being with friends is like you eat something. I'm guilty of it. That's why I have to work in a snack when I go and sit down and watch TV. Because it's just a habit. It's just an automatic thing that we've all been conditioned to. It's a perfect example of a habit, of a loop, of a habit loop, and how we are all habit loops. You know, so it could be a certain place. Like the cue could be a time of day. It could be an emotion. It could be a sequence of thoughts, or it could be, you know, the company of other people. And then you move into the routine, which is the craving. Like you crave the reward. So you move into the physical, the mental, or the emotional side of that, right? So like the cue, if it's a time of day, you go to the gym, what you crave is the endorphins or the confidence that you will feel in a bathing suit, or the delicious protein shake afterwards, right? You know, so you start thinking about the cue, or you go into automatic cue, routine, reward. Now, habits can be ignored, changed, or replaced, but, you know, you have to understand the loop first. The loop is so important because, you know, when these habits emerge, the brain stops fully participating in decision-making. It stops working hard or diverts focus to other tasks. So unless you deliberately fight the habit, unless you find new routines, which is so important, because if you want to accomplish, you know, getting somewhere with your body, but you have habits like these that don't serve you, you have to break that habit, which not many people try and do. People just look into trying programs that are 30 days or 60 days, and that's not enough time to change a habit. And then people wonder why I'm 2 weeks in, I'm not seeing results. You have to focus on implementing new and better habits for you to really work through the grooves that you're in and replace and build new grooves on top of them. Almost lay down new soil and start making a new groove, a groove that serves you. Understanding and learning new habits, you know, it makes them easier to control. Once you break down a habit into its components, like what I've mentioned above, you can fiddle with the gears. So when you're able to break down what the cue is, you recognize the cue, you recognize that the routine that you're about to go in doesn't serve you, well, then you can rewrite that cue. You can rewrite that routine. So for many of you, it could be, if you know that you snack when you go and watch TV, we'll work it into your macros and still have that same experience by sitting in front of a TV, but you're just snacking with something that fits into your macros. And this is where discipline comes in. Like you have to be disciplined enough to stop eating at that point. And not many people are disciplined. This world is not disciplined. But you choose to be disciplined. You choose to stop. You choose to know that eating more is not what you have allotted for you. You choose to be in control of that situation, and you can be in control of that situation. The choice is yours. So you have to make new grooves and make new habits. Now, another thing is that your brain can't tell the difference between good and bad habits. And so if you have a bad one, it's always lurking there, waiting for the right cues and rewards, right? And this can explain why it's so hard to create exercise habits or change the way that we eat. For example, once we develop the routine of sitting on the couch rather than running or snacking whenever we pass like a donut box or, the Tootsie Rolls that are across the hallway from you outside of like your employee's office, those patterns always remain inside of our heads. Whether you notice or not, like I said, you guys all majority of people operate from the subconscious level. The way to change is to be more conscious, to be more aware, to be more present, to break these habits, to be more aware when these habits are happening. It comes down to if you have a good or a bad habit, your brain doesn't know right from wrong. It doesn't know that this cue is going to lead you to a bad routine, right? It's just so engraved from you making these specific choices from the past. So the way that you have to create new patterns by ignoring those donuts. So, you walk by the donut thing. Okay, well, what used to be you put the hand in the donut box, you ate it. An easy way is to become conscious and aware of what your next action is going to be and not do it because it doesn't serve you unless it's worked into your macros. Okay, or like how many people are just trying to get off of the couch and work out. Well, that's a habit. Like you're so used to sitting in front of the television not doing anything with your life for 3 weeks. It gets to a point where it gets really freaking pain and uncomfortable. To break the habit, you get up and you start working out. It becomes an automatic as any other habit. You just have to start creating new grooves, which comes to you creating new habits that serve you rather than pull you in the opposite direction of what you want. So you're in control. You're the one who can choose what does and does not serve you. You're the one who can totally rewrite the story of where the cue starts with the habit that is so ingrained with you. And you can work with the habits to make them work better for you. Like I said, fitting into your macros. For example, like one of my VIP babes went pumpkin picking like 2 weeks ago with her. She has 4 kids, 2 sets of twins, all under the age of like 4, I think. By the way, she's lost 62 pounds, so there's no excuses. I don't want to hear it from people being too busy. But anyway, she was pumpkin picking, and she her son was like, "Hey, Mommy, you're gonna have an apple cider donut with me," and she was able to make it work, right? Like she was already set up for success by not having one, but she knew that she could still implement it. So like you guys, what I'm trying to say is like, you guys, if a cue is to sit down in front of the television, like I've mentioned, and snack, well, make it work, right? Make it work into your macros. That way you're serving yourself. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm restricting myself and I can't eat anything because I'm watching TV. No, make it work for you. There's nothing about this lifestyle that has to be restrictive. You just have to work it around your new habits and formulating new habits that serve you, and knowing that you're the one in control of it all. Okay? So I hope this rally call really helps you guys remember, like, that it's a loop. We're all habit loops. Cue, routine, reward. Cue, routine, reward. And it can start with anything, but you have to be consciously aware of the way of how you know that the habit is going to formulate, right? And I mean, Jesus, there's so many, from childhood to teenage years to adult years, there's so many habits that are engraved in you that need to just create new grooves. You need to create new grooves that will serve you and your goals and create a lifestyle for yourself. So I really hope this helped you. Let me know in the Facebook group if this was a topic that hit home. And I will see you guys on Wednesday for our Q&A. New month, guys. Remember, keep up the good work. Okay? See you later. Bye-bye.